Greetings and welcome to my new calculus channel. My name is John Gabriel. Uh, Today I'm going to talk about what it means to be a tangent line, okay? And where did we get these ideas from? So, first of all, let's discuss what is the purpose of a tangent line. Okay, so the purpose of a tangent line is to measure a curve's smoothness. What does that mean? That means that if you move the line so that it touches only at one point, and it has nothing to do with infinite lines. It's just a fixed line about a given point. Okay, so whether you whether it intersects at another point of the curve on this side or down here is totally irrelevant. All that matters is the point of tangency, this green point. Do you understand that? So it measures smoothness. If this line had to cross over, like the mainstream baboons of mathematics think, then it cannot be a tangent line by definition. And we'll see why in a moment, because it no longer measures smoothness. So if you come over here and it crosses a line, it means that it can't be a tangent line anymore, okay? Because to be tangent means to touch, right? And the primary purpose is to measure another curve for smoothness. And we know these facts are true if we look at proposition 1 of Archimedes' quadrature of the parabola. So look here. Let's read it. It says, if from a point on a parabola, a straight line be drawn which is either itself the axis or parallel to the axis, excuse me, and if Q complement, this line here, be a chord parallel to the tangent to the parabola at P and meeting PV and V, then these two segments are equal. So now notice what it says here. QQ be a chord parallel. Tell me, you fucking morons. Can you find a chord parallel to this point here where there's a point of inflection? This is the cubic, by the way. Can you find a chord parallel? No, you cannot. So by definition, you infinite, stupid mainstream lecturers of mathematics and teachers, by definition, a tangent line never crosses at the point of tangency. What did the baboons do in mainstream? So the stupid apes that you have of the last 200 years did this. They did this caca. This is caca here. Why is it caca? Caca means shit. It's caca because the imbeciles made it self-referential. Since such a definition assumes a tangent line is possible. So they're assuming that there is a parallel chord enabled to get to this definition, but they're too fucking stupid to understand that. The retards went from full tangent to half tangent, meaning that a tangent can now cross over to a different side of the curve, thus losing its chief attribute, which is to touch, okay? To touch. It only touches. That's all it does. That's how it measures. I mean, if it crossed, take this little section here. If it crossed any point on this little section here, it wouldn't be smooth, you fucking idiots. The very property which makes a tangent line tangent is to touch. Your brains need to be touched. A tangent line is a short, straight line that meets another curve to which it is tangent in one point and never crosses the curve at that point. Okay, so the original idea comes to us from the ancient Greeks. Nobody before the ancient Greeks even had a clue, a damn clue, what tangency, the whole idea of tangency was about. Just imagine if Archimedes thought in the same syphilitic way as your mainstream mathematics lecturers and teachers. You wouldn't have any calculus today. Newton would never have discovered his root approximation method. The word ephaptomeny means tangent line in Greek. Actually, we don't even say grammy in Greek. We just say ephaptomeny, and we leave out line, which is grammy in Greek. Okay, it's just ephaptomeny. By context, it means tangent line. The Latins called the same concept by the name linea tangens, okay, which means to touch. Tangere is the original Latin word, okay? And the original Greek word also means that. The Latins and the Greeks were in cahoots when this thing came together. The Latins got the understanding from the Greeks, you morons. The ancient Greeks, Newton, and I don't know so much about Leibniz because he was a bit of an idiot, understood tangent line to mean the same thing. Had Archimedes thought of tangent line any differently, he would never have squared the circle using his on spirals, which is also in this document here. You can get it and download it on the internet. Though for most of you, you'll never understand most of it. You're just too stupid and incapable. And had Archimedes thought of any tangent line differently, he would never have squared the circle or found the area of a parabola. Can you imagine Archimedes coming here and saying, "Oh, uh, there's a point of inflection here, and I can't find, I can't find a chord parallel. So what does that mean for my tangent line?" You're so damn stupid. Had Archimedes thought of tangent line any differently, you wouldn't have had any calculus today, and Newton would never have discovered his root approximation method. So, the primary purpose, to summarize, of a tangent line is to measure smoothness. Okay, if such a line ever crosses to a different side, like for example, if this line crosses like that at a point of inflection, and by the way, we accept that the point of inflection doesn't affect the smoothness of a curve, okay? But that doesn't mean that there's a tangent line there, all right? So it doesn't affect the smoothness as long as the concavity changes at the inflection point. So once the concavity changes, we still consider it smooth. But if, for example, the concavity didn't change, that line would no longer be smooth at that point, okay? I mean, the curve would no longer be smooth at that point. So we know these facts are true if we look at proposition 1 of Archimedes' quadrature of the parabola. Can you find a chord parallel to a tangent line at a point of inflection? No, you fucking morons. You can't. I am John Gabriel, and this is a new calculus channel. Till next time, get a brain.